which both of our channel names are MegaSota for you guys to check out.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking those out, as well as checking out the new Pilot TVs that just got installed in Scoops Pub and Grill, Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids, Bricks Pub and Grub, American Legion Chaska, Happy Hour in the Corner, Howling Dog Pub, Andy's Bar and Grill, Oldenburg Brewing Company, as well as Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill. Absolutely awesome to see those new Pilot TVs get out there. A little bit of luck going out to your guys' locations, and hopefully we could see maybe a player at one of those locations take home a nice jackpot. We do have a nice must-go in this one. If we click past all of our jackpots, it's of $31.50. But since we're talking about jackpot, let's talk about yesterday's jackpots, this season's jackpots, the week's jackpots. Let's just talk about them.
All right, well, apparently for the last 7 days, we've given out a whopping 23 different jackpots to players, making it 141 total jackpots for Season 13 so far.
Ooh, great stuff for this Season 13 as we head into our second month of Season 13. But yesterday we gave out 5 jackpots starting off February right, as the first one went out to Big Daddy over at American Legion St. Michael, taking home $1,020.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Jer. They were playing over at Dodge Country Club and ended up taking home $863.
Good job, Jer. Then we had Todd over at VFW Dilworth, taking home $3,960. Reminds me of BoJack Horseman. Todd.
Yeah.
I did not know who played Todd for a really long time, and I was very surprised when I finally found out that it was played by Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, great character.
Who plays Jesse.
Jesse from Breaking Bad. We do have a winner here. Maddie over at Clearwater Corners is taking home $31.50. Good job, Maddie. But yeah, I guess I haven't watched enough enough of BoJack Horseman to have gotten that impression, but that's super funny that Aaron Paul plays that.
Yeah, I can't say that there's a whole ton of it that I've seen.
Yeah, no, I've only watched it with our one friend that really enjoyed it, and that's kind of all I've kind of ended up consuming of it. But I was surprised when I saw Aaron Paul as Todd. But good job, Todd, taking home a nice jackpot of $3,966.
Absolutely. But after Todd, we had another jackpot winner of KKB. They're playing over at MC's Garage and ended up taking home $647 yesterday.
Good job, KKB. But every jackpot pales in comparison to the final jackpot that went out on that Wednesday, as Hermie over at Melter's Bar and Restaurant took home $39,951. A huge jackpot in that one. I mean, $39,000 is absolutely massive. It was closer to $40,000 than it was the $39,000, and it was definitely a huge prize. Good job, Hermie.
Yeah, nicely done to them, as well as all of the other jackpot winners from yesterday as well. Hopefully you guys can take home some awesome prizes and make it towards our jackpot list tomorrow, and we'll get to highlight you all day long. But another thing that we would love to highlight with you guys here at Pilot Games is our awesome e-tabs.
Just before we get to the e-tab, Hermie just made me think. I was like, why can I remember a character named Hermie?
He's the dentist.
He's the dentist elf in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation version. Good job, Hermie. But the newest e-tab game is called Lucky Star. You guys can win big in the Wild Star bonus. It's all a lot of fun. It's a super good e-tab game. Check it out and let us know how you feel about it. And you guys can leave a little review on that e-tab on our Facebook page. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, as well as player pictures. You can and more there as well. You can also click the website link on that Facebook page, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, our other socials, and more there as well.
Absolutely. It's a great resource to utilize, so go check it out there. And if there's information that's not on that webpage, which I can't imagine there isn't, you can leave any questions or infos you have about Pilot Games right on that page, and our team will get back to you as soon as they can. They're pretty quick about it, and if they're not quick enough, our players are quicker. They will answer you back as soon as they know the answer as well. So it's a great place just to kind of camaraderie together.
In particular, Mad Dog. Mad Dog has a whole technique on how he wins prizes.
He typically knows everything happening.
Yeah, he does. He does. He even knows the prizes that we don't have available right now in random games for live bingo. He's a very diligent Pilot Games player. Shout out Mad Dog and your lucky horseshoe.
Yes.
But we got to get in today's live bingo schedule as we'll be playing this game day bingo all the way up till 1 p.m. That's when me and Jordy go off air and you guys head into some unhosted bingo. 1 p.m. You get into the first game of Lucky 4 bingo. $77,000 will be on the line in that game, and we'll lead you into some unhosted game day bingo running from 1 all the way till 4, where if we don't give out the mega, major, minor prize during these games and they just grow, they will be still available during that 1 to 4 opportunity that will lead you right into our happy hour bingo.
Absolutely, and that happens right at 4 p.m., and that's your second opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo as well. With that prize over $77,000 does not go out at 1, that's your next opportunity, and that's when we're going to be back live with you guys again for 2 hours that time from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. After that first round of Lucky 4 bingo at 4, we'll jump right into 23 games of Skull bingo for you guys, where there's a lot of cash on the line, and we're getting it started with a line prize already at $185 that can be taken home at 10 balls or less, a large frame at $4,204 at 43 balls or less, and not to mention that coverall jackpot, $31,851 on the line at 50 balls or less. You guys will not want to miss out on it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be finishing off that happy hour show with that one final opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo right at 6 p.m.
Yeah, may have over $77,000 available in that 6 p.m. opportunity, so definitely check that out as you lead into your final opportunities of live bingo in that day, running from 6 all the way till 10. More game day bingo, where all those prizes that have been growing all day long will be available, mega, major, and minor, and should be a lot of fun running from 6 all the way till 10. But the last 2 nights we've interrupted that game day bingo with some specialty night action. Just last night I was there for a Wild Wednesday. It happens at 7 o'clock every Wednesday. Before we talk more about PGL night action, we do have a winner here.
That's right, Maddie over at Clearwater Corners is taking home that prize, $18.10 on that must go, going out to you in this round number 2. That's a great prize going out to you, Maddie. Nicely done. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in a round number 3, because that minor prize is clicking up to 56 balls or less now. Definitely a little bit more doable and a little bit more exciting.
Oh yeah, should be some really great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled into this game number 3. But talking about Wild Wednesday, gave out a lot of PGL points, a lot of great prizes. We ended off the night with 2 games of game day bingo, and it was definitely a lot of fun. The night previously to that, you had MegaSota game night, and that happens at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki are normally there giving out a lot of PGL points and prizes, like their Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale, which they were not able to give out the jackpot, $8,556. And you guys can come out next week to win that prize in 54 balls or less.
Oh, absolutely. You guys will not want to miss out on it. You guys will definitely want to come out for that MegaSota game night. And just last night, we had an awesome Wild Wednesday that you guys can check out next Wednesday, as it happens each and every Wednesday at 7, and it runs all the way until 9 p.m. Ian usually takes on over the ice studio, giving out those jackpots and PGL points, and there's 2 grand finale rounds of game day bingo as well, so a little bit more up the ante and gets a little bit more cash in your guys' pocket. It's a lot of fun, but you need to make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world if you plan on coming out for either of those specialty nights. MegaSota game night, 6:40 every single Tuesday, and Wild Wednesday, 7 p.m. every single Wednesday.
Yeah, Wild Wednesday, so good we had to talk about it twice.
Oh, yes.
Definitely great stuff there. We got just 1 minute and 10 seconds to get enrolled into this next game, as we got some national days that are looking, I mean, the first one looking super tasty, and I'm already seeing another one that looks tasty as well, but it is National Heavenly Hash Day. National Heavenly Hash Day on February 2nd recognizes a family favorite that covers a variety of desserts with a common ingredient.
And what is that?
I am not 100% sure. Heavenly Hash did look super tasty, though, when I saw it on this National Day list, as it is can have a lot of different varieties in the recipe. But the one thing it is classic Heavenly Hash is this vanilla marshmallow swirl with delicious chocolate flavored topping, flavor topped off with real chopped almonds and rich chocolate chips.
And if you guys are saying, well, doesn't that sound a bit like Rocky Road? Well, basically, both are chocolate ice cream with marshmallows and almonds. The difference seems to be that one, Heavenly Hash, also includes some form of chocolate chip or chocolate chunk add-in, whereas the Rocky Road is chunkier and it has whole nuts in it, whole globs of marshmallow, whereas Heavenly Hash is kind of diced up with like shavings and marshmallow swirl.
Okay, so
I honestly think I would like this way better than Rocky Road.
Heavenly Hash sounds absolutely delicious. I mean, you can't go wrong with some chopped up nuts, some chocolate, and some chocolate ice cream. Definitely some super, super tasty stuff there.
Absolutely. There's like some variations that look almost fruity.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's a lot of different ways you can have
it looks
Heavenly
almost
Hash.
like an ambrosia salad with like the pistachio pudding and the marshmallows and the cherries and stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And the chopped up pineapple, like the whole 50s casserole dish, you know? Like, yeah. There's even some that looks more of like a bark. There's Heavenly Hash candy that looks like a fudge, like a Rocky Road fudge.
Yeah, and it comes from New Orleans. Fun little fact.
That's super fun.
Yeah, it was a homemade treat originating from shoppers, but eventually was launched into a large-scale product. Yeah, really, really cool stuff.
Very cool. It is called Heavenly Hash because it stands for a flavor instilled in any recipe forms with the ingredients chocolate, marshmallow, and nuts.
Ah, so really, Rocky Road is a form of Heavenly Hash.
Yes.
It's just a more chunky Heavenly Hash.
Yes.
Kind of like chunky peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just chunky Heavenly Hash.
Yeah, because there's the candy that's Heavenly Hash eggs.
Oh, yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Super, super tasty stuff. Well, a happy National Heavenly Hash Day. Definitely enjoy on today as it seems super tasty. Get your little ice cream fix in with a bit of Heavenly Hash on this National Day.
Next up, we have Optimist Day, and it's the first Thursday in February each and every year. While confident people look to the future with hope, and on Optimist Day, we celebrate the volunteers who share their enthusiasm, their skills, and their talent that can make tomorrow a vibrant and peaceful one. On the first Thursday of February, recognize an optimist whose endeavors have made a difference in your community.
Yeah.
Before we talk about this day further, we got a winner here as Kyle over at Glanner's Pub is taking home that must-go prize, $23.30 in this round number 3. We're about to be enrolled in round number 4 now with that minor prize, clicking up to 58 balls or less. Definitely more doable. You guys better get enrolled.
Yes, definitely awesome stuff. So make sure you guys are continuing to get enrolled, press play. I mean, 58 balls or less, high likelihood we could see this $88 prize go out on the minor, and it's only getting larger as you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes. Definitely some awesome stuff there. But we're talking about National Optimism Day, and I mean, there's lots of people that have inspired me through optimism. I mean, between coaches throughout my life, I've definitely experienced that coaches that express optimism more than others I respond a lot better to, and they always helps me become a better player, instilling confidence within me.
Yes, absolutely.
So that was always a big deal, especially in coaches. Teachers was another one that was absolutely huge for me. When I had a teacher that made me feel like I wasn't smart enough to learn whatever they were teaching, but it made a complete difference than when I had a teacher that had that completely
showed you had the capabilities and was willing to take that extra time with you.
Exactly, because if it was a subject that I struggled with, I mean, it was definitely a huge boost when I had a teacher that would be a lot more optimistic with me. And so those are some of the times where I really took appreciation for those optimists. But trying to think of other moments.
I think your whole family has a really great outlook on life. You guys are pretty much the largest optimists I know. Like,
yeah, we're
you
definitely.
guys just try to always see glass half full. Like,
yes.
Always on the bright side of things.
Yeah, I think we're mainly a very positive group, which is I absolutely enjoy a lot, just because I feel like there's no reason to expect the worst, expect the best.
My family is the glass half empty.
Yeah,
for sure.
It works out in different ways, however you do it usually, but I think optimism is the way I like to go, and so that's definitely an awesome day on today. Trying to think of other optimists that I have seen, maybe celebrities that were optimists. Do you have any that you saw that inspired?
Selma Blair. She is
Really?
an actress who has suffered so severely with MS over the last couple years. And it has like really derailed multiple things from her. She's lost her ability to walk. She's lost her ability to speak almost entirely. Like it's definitely she's definitely a very big optimist, and she speaks out anytime she can, and she's willing to overcome anything that she's like facing at the moment, and she does it in stride. And so she's a really big optimist in the public eye, at least that I see and I appreciate.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff. Yeah, probably the one person in my family that's not a huge optimist.
I wasn't gonna call him out.
Yeah, Ben did check it. He said he's a huge pessimist, and he's probably the one person in my family that's not the huge optimist. But he's a great time. He keeps his pessimism. Pessimism, is that what you would call it, to himself. So it works out. We appreciate you, Ben, as we need a little check in our lives about, you might be being an idiot at this point, which thank you. We have 35 balls dropped on this game, though. We're trying to give out some nice prizes in this one. If we miss out on it.
I was joking.
It's...
He's the biggest pessimist out of the Ruggles clan.
Yes, it's comparatively to the rest of us. I don't think you're like worldwide a pessimist. We do have 45 balls dropped on this game. Still trying to give out some nice prizes. But happy Optimism Day. Definitely is a great day to
look on the brighter side of things.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely awesome. And this will help me look at the brighter side of things. And that's because it's National Tater Tot Day. And any day I can have some tater tots, I'm having a good day. And on February 2nd, National Tater Tot Day recognizes a kitchen staple. In the United States, we consume approximately 3.5 billion of these nuggets of potato goodness per year.
Yeah, I don't call them tater tots. Those are spud puppies, and I don't know why we're still addressing them in the incorrect lingo.
Yeah, I feel like it's ridiculous that we continue to say the inferior name of it as spud puppies is way better. We do have Fab over at American Legion. Fridley taking home a must-go prize of $27.20. Good job to Fab, as we are going to get enrolled to this next one with that minor prize clicking up to 60 balls or less. Good job to all of our players right now, and hopefully we can give out a jackpot in this upcoming game.
Game number 5, we're about to begin rolled in, so make sure you guys are grabbing those iPads and getting ready in the next 2.5 minutes. But I looked up some funny names that tater tots go by, and if you guys didn't know, they can be called a tater puff. They've been called potato gems, potato royals, the potato pom-pom even. And in Canada, you'll find them called the tasty taters, and even imitators called the tater treats, spud puppies, tater tots, as well as tater puffs.
Yeah, see, so many great names. There's way better names than tater tots.
Yeah.
I am here for, get more creative with the names of tater tots.
Yeah, I am fully backing spud puppies if that's cool with you guys.
I like Trader Potato Tots. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I think that's just the brand from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but it's still fun to say.
Have you ever had a tacho?
No. What is that?
Tacho, it's like tater tot nachos.
Oh, no, I have not had that.
So good.
It looks super tasty, though. I've seen pictures of people having it. Ben says it's just tots.
Just the tots?
And he said he physically recoiled when I said spud puppies, or when you said spud puppies. I don't know who.
Stop. Spud puppies is a cool name.
That's hilarious.
It's not my fault you get secondhand embarrassment easily.
See, this is Ben being a pessimist. This is what we're talking about.
You need to look on the brighter side of the spud puppy, Ben.
Exactly. Quit being so negative about the spud puppies,
Yeah,
Ben.
stay in your tater tot world.
Gosh.
You're a closed-minded boy. You'll be fine.
Yeah, tots. How lame. We got 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game.
Oh, let's see. We have one final national day to talk about, and this is something that I completely forgot happens on this day each and every year, and it's National Groundhog's Day. So we got to find out if Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow.
Yeah, I want to know. Groundhog Day, huge day. We want to know if winter's done. Absolutely huge.
Let's see. Gathered this Thursday at the Cobbler's Knob as the member of the Punxsutawney Phil's inner circle summoned him from his tree stump at dawn to learn if he would see his shadow. Let's see. He did see his shadow, which means that there will be 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't see his shadow, which means spring comes early. You know, I should have known. It was so bright outside. I took one look and my eyes started watering. I should have known that Punxsutawney Phil would see a shadow.
I was just hoping that, where they're at was just not going to be sunny and that we were going to, start getting going on our great summer days. That's what I was looking forward to.
I have a working theory that our seasons are starting to be later and later in our years, and they're like moving the seasons and the times of like the months that our seasons fully hit.
Yeah.
And it feels like our full winter hits during these months now instead of like November through February.
Yeah.
It's like January through April.
Yeah, it's no fun.
No.
I don't want it. I want my springs again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've ever experienced a good spring here while I've lived in Michigan.
We do not have good springs. It's a wet winter is what I call it. We don't get
and then it just goes to summer.
Yes.
That's the next step. Is it goes from wet winter to summer.
Cold and humid and clammy to just summer.
Yeah, and the summers are some of the most beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean,
yeah, very similar summers to Minnesota, if I'm being honest. While we were over there this summer, if anything, there was a lot more untouched nature while we were over there in Minnesota, which I very much enjoyed.
Well, they have just more land and everything. We have definitely built up Michigan a lot more.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed Minnesota summer, and so I'm excited to hopefully get out there again for a nice summertime getaway in Minnesota. But happy National Groundhog Day. He did see his shadow, so there will be 5 more weeks.
6 more weeks.
6 more weeks of winter.
But I think we all kind of knew that. I mean, you guys are having a negative 17-degree day out there. I don't think we saw summer coming in our horizons just yet.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping. We do have some Twins news to get into, though, as the trade deadline is up and coming. Whereas it seems like a strong possibility 2 months ago that the possibility of the Twins trade Max Kepler has been significantly reduced. Before we talk more about that, though, we have a winner.
That's right. MD Mailman over at VFW Spring Lake Park is taking home that must-go prize, $36.50 going out to you in this round number 5. We're about to be enrolled in round number 6, the halfway mark of these games. So make sure you guys are getting ready and getting enrolled because it's looking like that minor might be going out as it is officially clicking up to 62 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled. 62 balls or less for that minor. I mean, $182 should be great stuff. And it would be surprising if we don't give it out in this game. But to talk more about our Twins, even with a full a roster full of similar players to Max Kepler, the Twins appear to content to keep Kepler. With Joey Gallo signing in December, the Twins are fully stocked on left-handed hitting corner outfielders. Kepler, Gallo, Trevor Larnach, Matt Wallner, and Nick Gordon are all capable defenders on the 40-man roster who hit from the left side. Finding enough at-bats for everyone could be challenging.
Absolutely. That's some awesome stuff that we're going to be having to keep our eye on, though, for this upcoming season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if Max Kepler ends up. I mean, it's going to be interesting because we could end up getting rid of him and stuff like that. But to get rid of a good at-bat, you'd want to be able to get something in return.
Yes.
But since we're so stock full of them, I mean, it's a very interesting situation to be. But I guess it's a good situation for our Twins to have a lot of guys that, have positive batting percentages and everything like that. So I guess a good situation for us, and hopefully this leads to some good play from our Minnesota Twins in this upcoming season.
Absolutely. Well, in the meantime, we can show your support for our Twins by playing the awesome E-Tab game that we teamed up with them for, Twins Win. If you pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round, you'll end up winning some Grand Slam prizes. It's a lot of fun, so you better go check that out and show your support for our Twins. But you guys are playing our Game Day Bingo right now, and if you guys are taking home prizes, that means you guys are taking home points. You guys compete against each other each and every day during these Game Day Bingo games against each other in our Game Day Bingo standings, and I'll let you take the player side away.
Nice Ninth place, we got a two-way tie between KRC over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove and DGG over at Sherwood Lounge. They both have 15,000 points. With 18,000 points getting bumped back from 7th place to 8th place, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House. Moving up from 8th into 6th, we got Bucko over at the Green Lantern, tying it up with Jim Rocks over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billets, who was already in 6th place. Both of them sit with 19,000 points. Moving back from 4th into 5th, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Village with 21,000 points. Also moving back from 3rd into 4th, we got 1308 over at the Red Fox Tavern with 13,000 points. With 24,000 points, moving out of a tie with Funk all the way to 3rd place, moving from 4th to 3rd, we got Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery. In 2nd place, though, getting bumped out of a 1st place tie, we got Bull at Corner Bar Goodhue with 28,000 points, and getting sole possession of 1st place, huge move for them, it's Bobo at Corner Bar Goodhue with 36,000 points.
Absolutely, that's some awesome stuff. I'm looking out for this race in our top standings because they are just neck and neck with each other, and even though that Bobo was able to get that little bit of a gap between them and the rest of the standings, I know it'll be made up soon, so we'll have to see what happens between all of those players. Bless you. And on the location side of things, coming in from unranked and joining that 8th place tie, we had Flamers. They tied it up with American Legion Fridley as well as the Lincoln Depot. Now all 3 locations are tied up in 8th place, all with 26,000 points. Then in 7th place, we got the Red Fox Tavern. They have 28,000. Then with 29,000 points in 6th place, we got Shady's Railside. While in 5th place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park. They currently sit with 32,000 points. Then with 39,000 in 4th place, we have Outtakes. And in 3rd place, it's the Chart House. They currently sit with 44,000 points. Then in 2nd place, it's Corner Bar Goodhue, and they currently sit with 67,000 points. And in 1st place, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards currently sits with 85,000 points so far.
Good job to all of those locations and players killing it in Game Day Bingo. But if you want to kill it outside of our outside of our live bingo, check out our e-tabs. We have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games, so definitely want to check them out. Right now, we're listening to a little Blazing Wheel action where you guys can head over to the Blazing Wheel bonus, where if you spin the wheel and it spins correctly, you'll be taking home some really hot prizes.
Oh, absolutely. There's some great cash on the line in there, but we got a player taking home some cash right now as KRC is taking home that minor prize, $196.14 on this round number 7. Now this round number 6, we are about to be enrolled in round number 7 now with that double must go, as that $37.80 is getting tacked on to this next round. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and getting ready to play.
Oh yeah, but as you guys are getting enrolled into a game number, what are we getting into?
7.
Game number 7. We're going to get into some music days in history. And on today in 1993, Bill Murray can't stop waking up to the Sonny and Cher song, I Got You, Babe, in the movie Groundhog Day. Yeah, works perfect. It's National Groundhog Day. Makes sense that Groundhog Day came out on today, and it's super funny. Bill Murray waking up to Sonny and Cher's song, I Got You, Babe. Definitely some fun stuff there.
Oh, absolutely. It's a super fun movie. I think it's one of the first movies of Bill Murray I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think What About Bob was my first, and then I think Groundhog Day was my second that I ever watched.
You know, I think Osmosis Jones might have been my first.
Really?
Yeah.
That could have easily been my first as well, as we watched that a bunch as like
kids.
Yeah, especially in like school and stuff like that. I feel like we watched Osmosis Jones. But that's super funny. I guess the first live action where I knew who Bill Murray was between What About Bob and Groundhog Day. But definitely some fun stuff there. If you were living in the same day over and over again, what things would you do? What things would you change?
Oh, so many things. I would spend some days doing absolutely nothing but reading my books. I'd spend some days trying surfing. I would do anything. I don't know.
It would be interesting, you know, because you could like practice skills.
Yeah.
And then like you would still retain those skills into the next day because you remember everything.
Yeah.
As you repeat the same day over and over again. So it would be interesting. And then once you got broken out of the cycle, I guess you get to go and enjoy like having all those different random skills you just acquired. So maybe, you know, I don't even know what you'd do. Like, to get like really talented at something, but it would be really fun.
You could start doing anything, really.
Yeah, you really could.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have another on this day in music history, though, to talk about with you guys, and it happened on this day in 1993 as Willie Nelson settles his $17 million tax debt with the U.S. Internal Revenue Service by paying them $9 million in cash and all assets already seized. Some of the money was raised through sales of his 1991 album called The IRS Tapes, Who Will Buy My Memories, released specifically to fund this payout to the IRS.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious stuff that he made a thing called The IRS Tapes, Who Will Buy My Memories. Just Willie Nelson, iconic. An
really
iconic
is.
personality.
Just what?
Like, that is so funny, just to release an album to strictly pay back the IRS and
Yeah.
then name it The IRS Tapes.
It's amazing.
Super funny stuff in music history on today. Well, definitely maybe enjoy a little Willie Nelson, enjoy a little Groundhog Day, the movie action on this day, as they were both big things in this day in music history.
Yeah, maybe even a little Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, could do that as well. But as you guys are playing these games, you guys have a great opportunity to sign up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. That way you guys can come out for those PGL nights, like on Tuesday night at 6:40 for MegaSota game night, and Wednesday at 7 o'clock for Wild Wednesday. But not only can you earn points on those nights, you can also get access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it.
Absolutely. It's a great resource to utilize, and we love highlighting all the players who sign up at PGL.world. And so a couple players who just did so were Mary 8, 2114 Daddy, Terry, No Whammies. We even had J Pac, K Dog, The Dude, Cruisin', Good Vibes, D Fiends, Me 56001, Oh Hi It's a Me, Ms. Frizz, DJ Jeffy, Trex Lent, as well as Top Shelf.
Yeah, good job to all those players. And hopefully we can see you guys creep into our PGL top 10s, as a few of those
yes.
players that recently got signed up have been able to do so. But how these player standings sit right now are like this. In 10th place, just getting bumped back yesterday from 8th place to 10th place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 269,000 points. With 273,000 points, moving back from 7th into 9th, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes. Moving up, though, from unranked to 8th place, we got PCK 913 over at the Friendly Inn with 274,000 points. Before I get into our top 7, though, we do have a winner here.
That's right, Steve. At our place on 3rd and Faribault has taken home that must-go prize, $58.40 in this round number 7. We're about to be enrolled in round number 8 now, so make sure you guys are getting ready and getting enrolled, because that minor prize is back to clicking up to 54 balls or less.
Definitely fun stuff as you guys are getting rolled to game 8. But in our top 7 players in the PGL standings, 7th place just got bumped back from 6th place to 7th. We got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 276,000 points. With 281,000 points in 6th place, moving back from 5th, we got Big Pimpin' over at the Alibi at Gilbert. Also getting bumped back from 4th into 5th, we got Yak 2102 over at Rivers Bend Bar and Grill with 289,000 points. But now we have the player who jumped up huge. They finished in multiple top 10s during that Wild Wednesday, and moving from 10th all the way to 4th place, we got Day's Dream over at Monty Sports Bar with 320,000 points. But time to get into the top 3, as no movement happened in this top 3, as 3rd place is Sherber over at the Clubhouse in Edinburgh with 365,000 points. With 366,000 points in 2nd place, we got Panda over at the Roadside. And then number 1 player really running away with it, it's Jake over at Clay's with 482,000 points, still in an over 100,000 point lead.
Absolutely. That's some awesome stuff. Congrats to all the players staying in the top 10 for another week. But on the location side of things, getting pushed back from 8th to 10th, we got the Municipal Liquor Store of Millerville in Brandon. They currently sit with 920,000 points. With 931,000 points in 9th place, getting pushed back from 7th, it's the White Bear Bar in White Bear Lake. Then coming in from unranked to 8th place, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill of St. Cloud. They now sit with 934,000 points. Another ranker coming in from unranked to 7th into the 1 million point club to start it off. It's the Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. They now sit with 1,014,000 points. With 1,029,000 points in 6th place, getting pushed back from 3rd, it's PJ Supper Club of Avon. Then getting jumped up from 6th to 5th, it's the Beer Stoop Hastings. They currently sit with 1,070,000 points. Then staying in 4th place, it's Eagles Austin. They currently sit with 1,113,000. With 1,171,000 jumping up to from 5th to 3rd, it's American Legion Cleveland. Staying in second, though, for another day, it's the Albi Gilbert. They currently sit with 1,365,000 points. And in first place for another day, it's Eagles Albert Lay. They now sit with 1,602,000 points.
Good job to all of those locations and players killing it in this season 13 on those PGL nights Wednesday and Tuesday. One of those nights, Wild Wednesday, it's about our Wild. And so we got to talk about our Minnesota Wild as they are 27-17-4 heading into the All-Star break. And I can't wait to see Kirill Kaprizov play in that All-Star game. But the NHL trade deadline doesn't hit until March 15, but the Vancouver Canucks dealing Bo Hovat earlier this week could jumpstart the market for the Minnesota Wild. The most obvious trade candidate is veteran defenseman Matt Dumba. His name has been in the rumor mill for years, literally. And and because the Wild probably can't afford to sign him to an extension, there's a decent chance he's traded.
Well, we're going to keep you guys updated with all of their seasonal trades that they're going to be making. And so we'll keep you guys updated when all these decisions finally get finalized. But they do have another game coming up this Monday. They are going to be going up against the Coyotes, and that is happening at 8 p.m. In the meantime, if you want to show your support for them, you can check out the awesome ETAB game we teamed up with them for. Let's Go Wild. If you check out that Slapshot bonus round, you could end up taking home some trophy prizes. They're a lot of fun and a great chance for you guys to show your support for our Wild.
Yeah, it definitely should be some great stuff. That All-Star game for the NHL is happening this Saturday, so make sure you guys are checking that out to see our great Kirill Kaprizov take the ice. But we do have a fishing report to check in with on the LE area. This is done by Arrowhead Outdoor Fishing Report on February 1st. And stream trout fishing has been good to very good this last week, as many anglers report good success while fishing for them. Rainbow trout and brook trout are being caught in very shallow water near down trees, weed beds, and large flats. Dead sticking fresh dead minnows or dead sticking small jigs tipped with a wax worm has been very effective. Any movement when a trout closes in on your bait shook them off. Best times has been very early in the morning, oftentimes before 9 a.m. Walleye fishing, thanks to a good cold snap, walleyes become somewhat active, and many anglers had good success this last week. Well, hopefully that success continues into this week, and you guys can catch a lot of fish over in that LE area.
Absolutely, but we got Maddie as well as Alf, as well as Fab. Anyone else? Maddie over at Clearwater Corners, Alf at Leo's Sports Bar Newmarket, and Fab at American Legion Fridley. All three players are splitting up that Musco prize, $20.80 between the three of you. Nicely done in this game number 8. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 9 with that minor prize, back to clicking up to 56 balls or less. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and getting ready. And if you are taking home one of these awesome jackpots or just having fun with Pilot Games, really, we would love to see it. So you can send all those amazing player pictures our way. You can see exhibits A, B, and C directly next to me in our enrolling screens, but we also showcase them all as many as we can all the time. So send those player pictures our way. You can share them directly with us on our Facebook page, any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Yeah, definitely check those out. But as we got 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 9, we got a little Vikings news to talk about, and really we're just asking a few good questions as we have 3 massive unknowns heading into the Vikings 2023 offseason.
Yeah, absolutely. The first one is, how good are Scene and Booth Jr.?
Okay, there was a great sense of anticipation when the Vikings secured Lewis Scene and Andrew Booth Jr. I'm sure you remember it when we were covering all the draft stuff. Both defensive backs were dominant figures at the college level, but their first years in Minnesota were littered with injury concerns that made their respective contributions minimal. And so we didn't get to see a lot of them. I'm very excited for this upcoming season to see if they have made some big progressions, as they both have the physical ability to play at the NFL level. It's all about getting their mental and reaction time at that level, and having a full year in the NFL just working on that, having to deal with injuries so they only could work on their minds. They may come back and be better than they ever were, and so I'm very excited to see what they can bring this upcoming season. Not that I don't think that we need to draft some defensive backs in this upcoming draft, but I do think that they may be taking big steps depth in the starting level caliber players.
All right, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that, and we're also going to have to keep our eyes on the Vikings cap situation.
Yeah, another offseason for the Minnesota Vikings comes with further salary cap constraints. According to Sports Track, the NFC North champions are projected to be $21.19 million over the cap, despite another hefty increase in available funds announced by the NFL. Yeah, we talked about this just yesterday about how to make some available cap room by shifting some players around. His extension to Kirk Cousins, cut and trade for Zadarius Smith, and a extension for Harrison Smith, which there was I think a lot of it.
49,000.
Yeah, it was a huge amount of money. 49 million was actually that would have been cleared up, and so that would be absolutely huge. But obviously, I don't think we can make a lot of those decisions, especially on the defensive side of the ball, until we answer this next question. The Vikings defense post Donatell trying to find that defensive coordinator and seeing what they want for the defense, because that's going to be a huge key into what kind of player personnel we extend. We do some contract, shaking up, or we have to trade and let go of.
Absolutely. We'll keep you guys up to date with everything happening with our Vikings in their offseason and all the decisions made in the upcoming future. And in the meantime, if you want to show your support for our Vikings, you can check out the awesome eTab game we teamed up with them for, Vikings Victory. If you pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round, you'll end up taking home some trophy prizes. It's a lot of fun.
It definitely is a lot of fun, so make sure you guys are checking that out. But as you guys are getting after this game, and we'll see if we can take home, you guys can take home any of these prizes, we're going to get into our live bingo that is themed after our Vikings, Skull Bingo. And those standings have been super fun to be added to in our happy hour. And our player standings did not have a lot of shakeups yesterday, as players earned points, but not enough to make a change in the standings.
No, but we kick off with a tie in 9th place between Chad over at Trail Stop Tavern and Mindy May at the Whiskey River Saloon, both with 39,000. Then in 8th, it's Lover over at American Legion Spicer, who took home 2 different jackpots this past weekend, helping him out in these standings, now currently sitting with 42,000. 7th place, it's Brenda over at JB's Tavern with 44,000 points. Well, 48,000. In 5th place, we got a crazy tie going on between Funk at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Boots at Trebek's Bar and Grill. Before I get into our top 4, we got a winner.
Mike B over at Mix of Warren is taking home a nice must-go prize of $23.80. Good job, Mike B, in this one. As you guys get enrolled into this next one, that exact ball count that Mike B just won the must-go in, if you can do that exact same thing, you'll be taking home a minor jackpot in this upcoming game, as that minor is clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. Should be some great stuff, so get enrolled into this game number 10. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do so.
Absolutely, and I'm going to jump right into our top 4 players in the Skull Bingo standings, because in 4th place we got Brother Nate. He plays over at the Chart House and currently sits with 55,000 points. 3rd place, it's Kool-Aid. They play at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They currently sit with 61,000. Then with 77,000 points in 2nd place, we have Jelly, who plays at American Legion Stillwater, while leading the pack with almost over 100,000 points separating them. In 1st place, we have Tanya playing at JR Mack, who has 176,000 points.
Yeah, good job to those players. Tanya moving up in 2 different standings, Game Day Bingo and 1st place in the Skull Bingo standings. Huge stuff for that player. On the location side of the standings, though, in 10th place, we got Trail Stop Tavern with 72,000 points. With 81,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Moorhead. 8th place is Danny's Dugout with 83,000 points. And in 7th place is Chart House with 97,000 points. Then we get into the 100,000 point club. In 6th place, it's VFW Dilworth with 110,000 points. With 113,000 points in 5th place, we got American Legion Stillwater. 4th place, it's Trebek's Bar and Grill with 127,000 points. And with 134,000 points in 3rd place, we got the Benton Station. Recently getting bumped out of 1st place in the 2nd, we got JR Mack with 215,000 points, as Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards has been able to take over that 1st place spot with 221,000 points.
Absolutely. That's some crazy stuff for all of our players and location standings. Make sure you guys are checking out Skull Bingo. It's going to be ran today from 4 to 6 during our happy hour show. So make sure you guys are coming out for that to take home some huge cash prizes as well as points towards those Skull Bingo standings. You have just about 45 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 10, our third to last game of this game day bingo during our lunchtime show. So make sure you guys are getting ready and getting enrolled as we jump into some celebrity birthdays that were born on this day.
First up, born in 1886, we got Frank Lloyd, a Scottish actor and director. He was in Mutiny on Bounty, Oliver Twist, as well as Blood on the Sun.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely a big-time actor there. Director.
When was he born? 1886. Interesting.
Yeah, let's find out a little bit more about him.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to track down. Apparently, there's a couple Frank Lloyds.
Yeah, it does seem like there is a few Frank Lloyds.
He was born in Glasgow, Scotland. He finished out the remainder of his life in Santa Monica, California. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Huge stuff, I guess. It seems like there's a huge architect that was named Frank Lloyd as well, a singer that's named Frank Lloyd, and so it's hard to find exactly everything that he did great, but definitely a big one. Happy birthday, Frank Lloyd. As we get into our next one, as it's born in 1895, we got George Halas, an American NFL coach and pioneer owner for the Chicago Bears. Yeah, he's very, very iconic, a huge hand into just football in general. He's nicknamed Papa Bear and Mr. Everything. He was an American professional football player, coach, and team owner. He was the founder and owner of the National Football League Chicago Bears and served as its own head coach on 4 occasions.
Yeah, he also got most of his money from the Stanley Company, which was a starch manufacturer. He served as the company's sales representative, an outfielder on the company-sponsored baseball team, and the player coach of the company-sponsored football team, the DeCaffer Stanleys.
Really? That
Yeah.
is very interesting. Yeah, I know he was super big, and apparently he became really good friends with Vince Lombardi.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, huge. I mean, obviously, that's Vince Lombardi, one of the most iconic coaches of all time.
Yeah, they're even said to have Halas be the man who really set the guidelines and created much of what the NFL is today.
Wow, that is really cool. Yeah, I know he's like one of the first like big owners of a team, and so happy birthday, George Halas.
Absolutely. Next up, a huge name in women's, I don't even know, just a huge name, I guess. In 1947, we have Farrah Fawcett. She's the American actress. She's from the original Charlie's Angels as well as The Burning Bed.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff there. We do have Jake as well as Mike B. Jake over at Umis and Mike B over at Mix of Warren, splitting up a must-go prize of $27.50 in this game. We will now be getting enrolled into a game number 12, the final game. No, we're getting to a game
11.
number 11 right now, as we have 2 more games to try and give out this prize. That minor prize is clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. Should be some great stuff, as you guys just got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled.
Absolutely. And if you guys didn't know, Farrah Fawcett is an American actress. She's a 4-time Primetime Emmy Award nominee. She's a 6-time Golden Globe Award nominee. And she rose to international fame as she played in her starring role in the first season of Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, very iconic for her role as in Charlie's Angels. That's what I definitely recognize her the most for.
And she also passed away the same day, just within a few hours of Michael Jackson.
Wow, that
It's a weird fact.
Losing two huge
Huge
celebrities
names in Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, though, born on today in 1948, we got Ina Garten, a American author and TV cook show host. Did Barefoot.
She's the Barefoot Contessa.
Barefoot Contessa, and was a part of the Food Network.
Yeah, I only know her as the Barefoot Contessa.
Really? That is hilarious.
And her use of butter. That's like it.
Does she like? like huge
sticks of butter.
huge amounts of butter.
At least a stick and a half per dinner.
Ooh, clog your arteries type meals right there. I love that kind of stuff.
It's some good food.
Oh yeah,
for
it
sure.
is.
But she's got also a very nice cook line of kitchenware.
That's really, really cool. Well, I'm sure a lot of people have watched her cooking shows throughout time. And so happy birthday, Ina Garden.
Next up, in 1977, we have none other than Shakira. She's the Colombian pop singer known for Whenever, Wherever, Waka Waka, this time for Africa.
Yes, definitely some really cool stuff there. Shakira, a very iconic singer, as she's still performing to this day, isn't she?
Yeah, and she still looks as incredible as ever.
Yeah, she doesn't age. She's one of those actresses, just like celebrities
Yeah.
that you just like, you'll see them in
beautiful.
in 2010, and now you see them again in 2022, and you're like, there's no difference. Like, how did you not change at all in 12 years? You look exactly the same. It's really impressive how well in shape she's been able to stay. Didn't she just perform not too long ago in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She kind of just goes like hand in hand with J-Lo for me, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like just that kind of timeless beauty pop star.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
You know? I used to be really good at doing the Shakira voice, but I've definitely lost my touch in a bit. You seem to still have it down pat,
I
though.
know. I got it locked.
I didn't
and
know I
loaded
was
at
sitting
all
next to
times.
Shakira herself.
That's the only statement that I think I could do. If it goes anyway outside of that, I'm gonna just sound like Kermit, and that's just offensive. But
just a little.
but she did the 2020 halftime show with J-Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really fun.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday, Shakira. We do have 20 balls dropped in this game at number 11. 60 balls or less for the minor prize. $169 available there, as players are already 9 balls away, like S11 over at the Lincoln Depot. We'll see if they can take that one home. But if we miss out on all these great jackpots, we do have a $42.80 must-go prize that we definitely like to give out.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday, Shakira. Next up, in 1990, born on this day, we have Julia Fox. She is the Italian-American actress and model. She did Uncut Gems.
Yes, she did. Is she the one that did that?
I was the muse for Uncut Gems.
Is that what she said? That's her? Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Oh gosh, that makes it so much better.
She's the one that dated Kanye this past year.
Oh gosh.
She's been very much in the public eye. She's like insane and incredible at the same time. Like, she is very much her own person.
She was nominated for a Breakthrough Actor Award in 2019 at the Gotham Awards.
Very cool.
Yeah, I wonder what she did in 2019 that made
Uncut Gems.
That was in 2019. Oh, it was in Uncut Gems. Yeah. No, I just got it mixed up. That's funny. Well, we do have a winner here, taking home $169. We got Howie over at Two Stooges Sports Bar and Grill, taking home that nice minor jackpot. Good job, Howie, as we will now get enrolled into the final game of this lunchtime game day bingo. Don't worry, you'll get more chances at these game day bingo prizes after you play one game of Lucky 4 bingo once me and Jordy get off air. But we want to give out a double must-go in this upcoming game, so get enrolled, press play. Already $42 available there, and only growing as you guys get enrolled for this next game.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday, Julia Fox. We have one final celebrity birthday to talk about, and in 2338, born on this day, it's Data. He's the android character from Star Trek Next Generation.
Classic Data. Definitely some cool stuff on there. I've never been. I wish I was a bigger Star Trek fan so I could actually get these references that I put on the celebrity birthday list, but I still like them just because they're way in the future and I think they're fun.
Yeah.
We do have 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into the final game of this lunchtime, and as you guys are doing so, we got a little Timberwolves news to talk about, as it was a fun game last night. D'Angelo Russell scored 14 of his 29 points in the fourth quarter. Edwards took over in overtime after Russell fouled out, and the Minnesota Timberwolves outlasted the Golden State Warriors 119-114 on Wednesday night. Russell fouled out after 2 quick whistles in the first 2 minutes of overtime. That set the stage for Edwards. After a scoreless fourth quarter, Edwards was aggressive in overtime, driving to the basket and scoring in traffic on multiple possessions. Edwards helped the Timberwolves, who trailed by 11 after 3, complete the comeback. He scored 4 of his 27 points in overtime, but with the catalyst of offense in the extra session. We needed it, Timberwolves coach Chris Finch said about Edwards. It was good to see him get to the paint.
Absolutely. That's an awesome one. Good to see us back on the winning side of things. And so hopefully we can keep that momentum up when we go up against the Magic tomorrow. That game is going to be happening at 7 p.m.
And Edwards has been going absolutely insane in these last few games. I don't know. If you guys aren't watching Timberwolves basketball right now, you should be, as Edwards in the last, I think, 7 games has went for 30 points or more in 5 of those 7 games.
Really?
One of those games being the game he just played, where he scored 27 points, pretty much 30 points, but you know, was super close to it, but not quite able to surpass that mark. But 5 of the last 7 games he scored over 30 points. He's really making a case for him to be in the All-Star game this year, and I'm super excited to see what comes of it, as he's just been dominating, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. But as you guys get enrolled in this last game of Game Day Bingo that we're going to be here live with you guys for, we have some on this day movies that were released. And our first one in 1972, a huge one as it is A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, definitely a huge film there, as that is a super popular. Next up, released on today in 1996, Black Sheep was released.
Is this the Chris Farley movie or is this the Scary Movie?
This is the Chris Farley and what's his name?
David Spade.
David Spade movie. Just 2 very iconic comedians there playing in a movie together. Definitely interesting. I've been seeing David Spade a bunch more in Netflix originals, which is pretty fun.
Absolutely. See, I watched a horror movie. I've also seen this Chris Farley classic.
Yes.
But there's a horror movie, the one in 2006, that is one of the scariest movies I think I've ever watched in my entire life. Like, I kid you not. It is horrific.
Looks super scary.
It's disgusting. It's a horrible movie.
It's about a scary sheep.
It's like infected sheep.
And that was
I was probably like 6 or 7 years
Okay,
old.
this makes it okay. I needed that explanation to make it all make sense. It's like when I got scared of like the alien like clowns from space movie.
Yeah.
Like when
Killer Clowns from Outer
Yeah,
Space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like
it's like not actually scary.
But like when I
it's,
watched it as a
super-
kid, I was like, oh my gosh, Killer Clowns from Space.
Yeah, this Black Sheep movie, it was horrific for me.
That's funny. Next up, released on today in 2001, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou was released.
I don't know this movie.
I know it's a very popular one. I think Will, one of our co-hosts, are a fan of it. It's got George Clooney, Tim Blake Nelson, John Turturro, John Goodman, Holly Hunter, Charles.
Anything with John Goodman in it, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, it's a big time movie.
And in 2002, we got Big Fat Liar.
Oh yeah, definitely a huge one, starring the Malcolm in the Middle star.
Yeah, Agent Cody Banks.
Yeah,
Frankie Muniz.
Yes. Well, definitely some cool movies that released on today. In this day in history, the National Baseball League was National League for Professional Baseball was created on today. Awesome stuff.
Absolutely. We got Howie over at Two Stooges Sports Bar and Grill in Fridley taking away this final lunchtime prize, though. It's looking like $73.20 is going out to you on that double must-go prize. Nicely done in this final game of Game Day Bingo that we're going to be here live with you guys for. Before we let you guys loose and you guys get enrolled in a little Lucky 4 Bingo action, we want to talk about Policy Man. Just this past weekend, they took home the largest jackpot of $10,161 while playing Pilot Games, and while they were playing, they were at Neeson's Gaylord. While they were playing at that location, as well as all the other players playing there, they support the Gaylord Fire. Their mission is that they are responsible for fire suppression, rescue, fire code enforcement, and public fire education.
Absolutely awesome stuff. And just a reminder, as you guys are getting enrolled into some great Lucky 4 Bingo, that when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
See you guys.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like...
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the Pilot Games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It was awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
You